dear Cancer. This is a reading about what the person most on your mind would want to happen between you two. With me, Queen of Cups Tarot. As an extended member to this channel, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And there's a pick a card reading up. The evolution of my romantic life for the full members to this channel. And the reading, the Divine Masculine's role in my past, present and future, is up for all the members to the channel. Subscribe and check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. And I'm using the Light SEER'S Tarot for the readings part, and I will start shuffling your cards. When I open your deck here, I see 10 of Pentacles together with a Page of Swords. So this is almost like a teenager moving away from home and kind of defining themselves. So either this is you or your person. It's as we are going on a more individual road. We have been on this more intimate road, and now we are going on a more individual road. Maybe this is a person needing to go away to study in another town, or are gone a long time from home through work, or just someone that moves to their own apartment, or a person that they start to do something that's more for them, not for the family or the couple. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light, and here we have both the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So I'm feeling like someone is walking away and the other person is getting kind of upset with this and worried. So not often I get this really worried. It's more like running away, a feeling I'm getting, but here I'm feeling like someone that's worried. Maybe that you will slip away. So I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we have the Sun with the Page of Swords. However, the person that's on this more individual journey, they seem to have like their time of their life. They have won some type of freedom. They might have realized, this is what I want to do with my time, at least for now. And they are discovering more of their internal rooms, like the different ideas and creative expressions, and plans for the future, things that they might want to develop or don't want to develop. So it's a lot of interesting and thoughts that's flying around in our head, with a lot of interesting options for our future. So even if it's sad, if this is the other person, to see someone like not prioritizing the relationship, I think this is something that will be very good for this person. And if we love them, we should let them, spread their wings. And 6 elements, 4 of Wands and the Sun card. So we can see that we can join them in this happiness of self-exploration, and kind of like we would say to a little child that wants to explore the world. Yes, go and look over there on these flowers. Mom will be sitting here. So it can feel like we are being abandoned, but really we are helping someone to find themselves, and that's a beautiful thing to do, and it's a beautiful gesture of love. And 4 of Wands is a marriage card. This is also the holy matrimony. So this doesn't have to be a threat towards the relationship. It just becomes a threat if the person that's standing on the sideline starts to get worried that they are not getting part of the action or being important, or maybe they need to stay in the spotlight all the time and be the most important thing and person in the other person's life at all times, or in other case their insecurities comes to surface. But that's I think something that this person needs to work on in that case. But of course we can be gentle with them and firm, warm, happy, sometimes inviting when we don't have much better things to do. Okay, so I will tune in to you, the person most on your mind, and what this person would want to happen between you two. So this is the most likely action from this person, and also the evolution of the relationship, and this is what they would want to have happen. And we see the Three of Wands. So it might, and the Page of Wands, so it might be that both people actually have this time for them to explore the world beyond their comfort zone. It might be that the comfort zone will actually be destroyed in some way, but it's by the hand of destiny, because we need to stretch beyond our borders to find our path, our soul's path, our soul's way, the things that we were supposed to do, the people we were supposed to meet, and the accomplishment and the wisdom that we were supposed to gain. So it can be that kind of vibe that we are going to less intimacy. No. Sorry, sometimes it just doesn't work, these words. But less closeness and more going for the outwardly, like towards the world, towards the next adventure. Okay. And this is the most likely action, Eight of Swords. You know, it's hard. We might love someone, or we have so much to be grateful, for example, towards our parents or towards our partner. But now we feel like, no, it's my time. I want to do this thing. I want to do that thing. And it makes us maybe feel even guilty and restless and worried. But if we get support from our surrounding, we can feel less of this and more put effort into actually spreading our wings and doing the most of this time. So this person's intentions and their feelings. So I feel for most of you, it will be you that's having this thing. The other person needs to have it, but right now they are both very sad to see you kind of moving your attention elsewhere. And in the same time, with the Hierophant, they try to be the rock for you. That person that says, yes, go and look over there, do that, go and play in the sandbox with all the children. Even if it's the first time that person is doing it, or the little child, and we might feel like, oh no, stay with me, still be cute, don't go away. But we support them and we let them do it anyway, even if we're scared. So we do it anyway, we'll let them be themselves. This is how they view you. Like the King of Swords, someone that's very determined, can be like their mind is like a tip on a sword. So it's no room for compromises, or like if they say, but isn't it better to do things like this? No, I have decided. So it's that kind of energy, person that's very determined. And this is how they view the relationship. So they feel a little bit left behind, but as I saw it, they also need to expand themselves, and they also have stuff to do outside the relationship. It's just that maybe it's not fun. It would be easier if they were the one, figuring out an adventurous thing to do. But when it's not them, it's you, then they just feel a little bit sad and abandoned. And this is what they want to have happen, or what they think will happen. And Five of Swords is a lot of worried thinking. They think that basically things will go to hell for them, or like they will lose you, or you won't love them anymore. This is the end. Okay, Five of Swords. So, but they probably don't tell you a lot. They probably just say, yeah, go and have fun. This will be super duper for you, but in reality they are feeling like their whole world is falling apart. But they seem to silently try to figure this out. Hierophant, 5 and 5 of Swords. So they are trying to be this bigger grown-up person, not being needy in the situation, but actually letting you go and do the thing you need to do. And their most likely action, 5 of Cups, feeling sad, feeling like they lost something, feeling like, what we feel when we have, we had something that was super important to us and then we don't have it anymore. And the 7 of Wands, so I feel like this is you and your tip of your sword there, that you're so very determined. There's no, you have made yourself very clear. There's no negotiation. This is what you want. And 8 of Pentacles, together with the Ace of Wands, it shows that we can still work on this relationship. We can accept that the other person might be preoccupied with other things, other stuff that they need to do. Doesn't mean that we will be we will totally lose our part in our lives. We can still be, we can still be together, even if the child goes away in the sandbox and play with other children. It doesn't mean that they stop loving their mother and their father. So I think it's important that we let the other person go and do their stuff, and it will maybe create a lot of emotional dust and waves. Both things can be true. And this is something that the person that's being left behind needs to deal with. We can't deprive the other person of their possibility to fulfill their life destiny. Okay. Not enough. Frustrated in a relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy. So, lack of confidence. They don't know why you're leaving or why this other thing becomes so much more important than them. So they get very wobbly in this and might start to act over dramatic. But it seems like most of your people will try to hold themselves to a better standard than become dramatic in this situation. Hand of Cards. Take a chance, risk, being strategic, option, not showing hands. Yeah, so it's like fake it till you make it. Act like the other person, like you're happy for them, even if you cry inside. You can all, of course, say that I'm so sad that you're leaving, but in the same time, I'm so happy that you got this chance. And try to not, put other burdens on this person right now, like taking this decisions on the relationship, things like this, just because we want attention or we want security. It's better that let them find their way. If we are the one on the sideline, let them find their way and do their thing and see if the relationship will be strong enough. So here we need to really have like a cool stomach and try to not go overboard emotionally if the other person is stretching their borders. So don't be like, okay, so if you are going to go, then I think it's better that we break up because a distance relationship is awful and it's not something that I want. It's petty, okay? It's a little bit petty. It's what I'm seeing. I'm not saying that this is how it is at all times. I'm just seeing that it is this. In this case, it will be a little bit petty. So it would be better to just say you have my love and we can figure out things as we go. You have my full support. So let the person go and spread their wings. And addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, hassle, block, restraint. So this is we are working with our addiction towards security, that we always want to know what the other person think of us. Will they stay? Will they not stay? If they are going, then we want to go before they are going, so we don't have to be humiliated and all these kind of things. It's just the ego talking, or the inner child as well, that can be fearful that it will be abandoned. So take really good care of yourself if you are in this position and need to let someone go their own way for a while. Okay. So some people will be petty, and maybe some of you will deal with someone that will act like they don't love you anymore just because you are going away and need to study or do this or do that. So they will try to save themselves from heartbreak by making you less important and maybe, I don't know, parade other partners in front of you. So that's in the worst case scenario. And it will just be for a few people, but for some, they won't be able to hold their grace and be the person that's allowing the other person to fulfill their dreams, they will start to like, oh, if you are going to fulfill your dreams, I'm not going to be the one abandoned here. So I'm going to show you that my life is super awesome too. And it's not graceful. Okay. So look at the brutally honest oracle cards. I never wanted to hurt you. So the person that leaves doesn't want to hurt. Can be like a little bit of this pettiness from that person too. Let's say that there has been a long relationship where one person refused to commit, and one day the other person just goes and do something for themselves. It's a little bit the element of we want to show the other person, like if you didn't put a ring on it, kind of. But in other case, it's not really about that person. It's about our own life. Can't ever forget. Never felt like this before. I can't ever forget. It's something, it's a little bit thorn here. Something that's plays over and over again in either one person's head, or maybe both people have this, the thing that they can't forget. Never felt like this before. Our love is deep as the ocean. Okay, so it shows that this is a really important relationship, and even if this person that has all these important things to do didn't want to hurt, the other person might be very hurt by this and become this person. I can't ever forget that you chose to go and study in this other city instead of staying with me. So it can be like that, but it can be older things also infecting the relationship and causing maybe us to drift apart and take these more individual decisions. But you don't have to drift apart so far if we are able to keep our soul awakened and our ego like a little bit in control. Okay. I am scared of showing vulnerability. It was important for me to be the provider. So I feel like it's scary for all people in the world, I think, to show vulnerability. For example, that when a person is not showing all that much interest towards us, but have all this other stuff that they want to do, we might feel like we are less important. We want to be the most important person in their life, and to be that, show that kind of vulnerability, but also grace to say, I love you, but I'm letting you go, is going to be hard for many people. But for the ones that makes it, I think there will be a continuation of this love story. So I will take some cards from the astrology reading cards to see a little bit of advice from the divine here. The 8th house, the transformational area of your life, is about shared resources and intense emotions. So I think if your relationship can stand this test, it will actually end up with you being together. So if you're not, either the person going away isn't becoming too preoccupied with their new adventure, so they forget about the other person, or that other person is becoming too dramatic with this person leaving, then I think this relationship will be sustained into the future. So try to be at your best and there will be a lucky outcome. Okay. So I would urge you to watch the love reading for December, or the reading The True Thoughts and Feelings, to get more information about this relationship. On my first channel page, there's a playlist for your specific astrological sign where you can watch all the latest readings for your specific sign in one single playlist. On the end screen, you will see a link to that playlist, so go and check it out. You can also order personal readings, distance healing, and past life regression sessions at my webpage, tarot.com.se. Please share my videos on your social media to let more people know about them. Also like the video to show YouTube that you want to continue seeing readings from me in your feed. And of course subscribe and hit the notification bell to be sure that you get notice when I'm posting new videos. Thank you in advance. It would mean so much. Thank you also for watching this far. Take care of yourself and stay blessed. Bye for now.